Okay, Dame is going back to the Blazers. 3 years, $42 million. Before we do any basketball stuff, this is just cool, man. Because, I mean, if this didn't happen and Dame ended up on a different team for the last, legs of his career, we all still would have thought of him as a Trailblazer anyway. To just see him in that jersey for, I mean, obviously we still don't know the future, but to see it for at least a little while longer and a decent chance we see it for the rest of his career, not a guarantee, of course, but still, that's pretty cool, man. He's, of course, going to be out for this whole upcoming season, and then it's going to be 2 years in the deal where, the no trade clause, I was surprised to see that in there. Partially because it's just surprising to ever see it. I'm assuming Dame asked for it. And yes, if you would now like to do what the final return was for the Blazers after the Dame trade and after getting Drew and then trading him to the Celtics and the Ayton saga and the Bucks picks and the whole thing, they got Dame by the end of it all. As far as the basketball and how Dame is going to look after rehabbing for this entire upcoming season, with the Achilles, I mean, he's 35 as of 2 days ago, 6'2" guard, jump shot is still going to be real, he's still going to have the handle, he's still going to have the playmaking. I do think you might have to cover for him defensively kind of hard. As far as getting to the basket, drawing as many free throws as he's drawn, similar to KD, I would expect a lot of that to go down. Not saying it's going to crater, he's still going to be a very smart, crafty guy, but an Achilles injury at this age is a lot. And then defensively, yeah, you're going to need good defenders around him, which the Blazers have and I assume will have, with Kamara and Klingon, and Drew will still be under contract when Dame is back. If Drew is on the Blazers, it's of course a pretty big contract, and I mean, based on how this previous season went, we'll see where the next few years of Drew's career goes as he's 35, but I think defensively he should still be good, and he can play either guard position. And then of course these guys were just really good defensively the last chunk of this previous season, so okay, there's defenders around Dame. Now, we're going to fast forward a couple of years. Thinking about the backcourt, there's things to figure out there with lineups and who's just on the team, right? Because Shaedon Sharpe is extension eligible right now. Scoot has one more season, and then he's extension eligible. He was, of course, much better in his second season than his first one. And again, you're paying Dame $14 million on a not very long contract, so it's not as if everybody needs to get out of the way for the sake of Dame, and also Dame's just, by all accounts, a super chill dude. So I don't think he would make any headaches for people, and I've never seen anything about Scoot or Shaedon to believe that they would also make it difficult, but while Drew is still on the team as well. So we'll see with how all that goes. Then again, we're not going to be seeing Dame for this upcoming season at all, but in 2 years, I mean, yeah, you can picture Donovan Klingon just setting bear hugs as screens to free up Dame for his pull-up jumper, and I still think that's going to be there. We can also picture, depending on lineups and various things like Young Hansen and Dame having some sort of a two-man game if their lineup minutes just line up like that. And then as far as the rest of it, you might hear my AC now. Look, Denny's contract is descending and he just had his best season for them. Jeremy Grant, he does kind of feel like the forgotten guy sometimes when you're thinking about this team. Yeah, he wasn't as good this past season, didn't shoot as well, has missed games. Can't really imagine he's in their future like that, but okay, pretty much with, at least 1 year fast forwarded, Dame could be stepping into a situation where, we'll see what the contracts are and all that, but it's a team that could use just a dude who can make tough jumpers off the dribble, and I think it can be equipped to cover for him defensively. And then the fact that Dame is still in the building, yeah, that's cool, man. And then if we think about just aging, and we've seen Clay come back pretty well from the Achilles. Clay had more than just the Achilles. KD doesn't get to the rim as well as he once did, but still, his shot making goes crazy. As far as guards being able to go into their mid to late 30s, we got Chris Paul and Kyle Lowry right now. Obviously not the same players they've been, but the core of who they are, a little more so for Chris Paul, because he still has his crazy assist-to-turnover stuff, has been able to maintain. Lowry might be washed at this point. He averaged 3 points for Philly, but still, he was able to hang on for a while, right? Toughness, the passing was still pretty good anyway. To be fair, as I say this, Chris Paul is not on a team right now, and Kyle Lowry is. It's why I believe that the core of Dame, being a shooter off the dribble, a real threat shooter off the dribble, can still hold up. If we can think about guards who have dealt with injuries and fizzled out really quickly, who were real offensive players, you look at Kemba Walker, where once the knees started to go, that was it. It wasn't a gradual decline, it was just, he's just not good anymore, and then Celtics get off of him, little Knicks stint, little Dallas stint, Kemba's gone. So we'll see. Again, he's going to be able to shoot. He's going to be able to shoot off the dribble. He's going to be able to run little off-ball sets to get open. He's going to be able to make plays for guys. But again, this is really cool.